and I am at Bukchon Village. Got a little lost, but found my way, and now, after speaking to some really nice tourist people, like they just have tourist information people walking around. It's really awesome. I was given a map of the area, and they actually drew all over it to show me like where to go, what to eat. It's really cool, and currently I'm on a street that's known to have an 80s and 90s vibe of Korea. And for sure, it does have like an older vibe to it. Now, there's a lot of like construction and like places that have closed down, maybe due to COVID, maybe just due to bad business. The place is actually like pretty amazing. Yeah, let me just get to the next spot here. I don't want to get hit for any of this music or anything, but it's so far so good. I do wish if I could just start. You get off the bus at the Bukchon Village bus stop. I wish it would point you in the direction that you're supposed to really go to get started, because I actually walked the opposite way of where I was supposed to go, and I was exactly where I needed to be to start, which is just really funny. So anyhow, I'll be back in just a moment here. Okay, and I'm coming down the hill on the first section of like the really popular area here in Bukchon Village. You're really supposed to be quiet in there, and it really is like dead silent. Like you could just hear the birds chirping. And I don't mind this part talking right now because I'm on the main, like I'm about to turn onto a main street here. Actually the street that I got off on the bus. And I'm on that street now. And so far, it could be because of the time or maybe the day that I'm here, but nothing's open and no one's here. Like I walked by all these like traditional crafts and stuff like that, and it was cool, but it didn't look like anything was open and or that they were doing anything. I'm about to have a bunch of Korean girls pass by in that traditional hanbok, so definitely tourist, but yeah, it's, I mean, at least there's customers here. Like there's other tourists other than just me. There they go. So at least there's customers here and that they're actually doing something. Anyhow, so I'm hoping that the area is doing all right. Maybe it's like there's a certain day or a certain time where they're just swamped with people. I mean, obviously there was just all those schoolgirls coming by, so it's not that crazy of a time right now for tourists to be out, right? Because otherwise they should be at school. So, crossing a street here. And yeah, I'm gonna get back to the next part that I got lost at, and I will check back in a moment. So not 3 minutes later, I'm walking down the street and there's a guy that's creating these puff pastry things. They're rice puffs. I walked up, I'm just like, I have no idea what it is, so I wanted to try one, and he just gave me one. Like I was gonna pay for it. I thought it was $3. I'm talking a little loud and I'm kind of worried about that, but this is really amazing. It's just slightly sweet and has a nice crunch to it, and it's fresh. Like literally watched it just getting made. The shop was closed when I first passed by. Like I said, I got lost at the beginning, so it was really cool to see that it was open, and that, yeah, it's free food. Like the guy, I don't know, I feel bad. Like I said, there's like no one else here. There was another group of school kids walking around. But yeah, alright, I'll be back in a minute. And I'm back. I am kind of out in the middle of a mixed residential and business zone. There's like a train station to my right, so I don't feel as bad talking here. They still have signs that say please be quiet, so I won't talk too loud. But as you'll notice, there's like delivery guys and stuff going by, so I'm not the only one making noise here. As for that, I'm coming off of the tallest part of Bukchon Village, Hanok Village, and it's amazing. Wow, there's a really amazing wine bar and cafe here. God, isn't that an amazing place to have a bar? There's also homes on this side. My right side is where the bar was, and oh cool, if you look down you could actually see other Hanok houses. Anyhow, so to my left, that's where all the famous photos came from. When you look at Bukchon Hanok Village, everything was taken in that area, and they do take their noise levels quite seriously there, because there was a lady, and I'm sure she's not there all the time, I'm sure it's like there's a mixture of people that do it, but there was a person there that had a vest on that said please be quiet, keep the noise down. And whenever anyone started talking or doing anything, even at my level right now, she would scream at them and come running up with her and like flap her her vest to show that, like, it said it in like Japanese, English, Chinese. So they're trying to keep the noise level down in that area. Like, she also blocked out like taxis that tried to go up there, or like or delivery trucks would try to go up, and she would go running and be like, nope, not on this street. And it was funny because I actually witnessed a taxi when he was denied entry into there, so he was trying to back up and get out of there, and he totally like bumped into he crashed into a little, like, I don't even know what to call them, like a corner saver. They put those little stones at the base of corners of certain alleys here, and they do it on purpose so that they could save the house. Not, instead of hitting the house, they'll hit the stone, and he totally hit the stone. So it works, but the streets here are super narrow, and everything here is like really, really pretty, or really, really like antiquated, like looks really old. Some of them are like under construction. Like, yeah, I mean, so far I just have a little bit more to go to finish off the trail, and then I'm gonna go grab lunch because I am actually quite hungry. But I'll probably check back in at least one more time, so we'll be back in a moment here. Okay, and I am on the final stretch of the tour, the like walking tour. Admittedly, every now and then I get lost, and somehow I skipped over a whole section of the map. But what's funny is that I kept looking at the ground for the walking guide, and there's actually, like, if you look at the ground, every now and then there's a little medallion, and it shows you if you're on the right path or not. I somehow missed a whole medallion section and just came walking down this street called Cafe Street now. And Cafe Street is pretty much as you would imagine it. I just walked by a ton of cafes. Everything here is pretty much a cafe of sorts, or a dessert shop. There are a few specialty boutiques that you could walk into, but kind of one of the interesting things is that as you're walking around, it's like an actual shop, or it's straight like closed and they're like tearing down the building or working on it, which is really interesting. But now, looking for lunch, I'm wondering whether I want to sit down and get a meal here, or if I want to go to a market and go get food at the market. It'll be the first like street food market that I'd be going to if I do that. So gotta try to figure out where I'm at. It's really pretty here all of a sudden, and it's a really rich looking area. So I don't know, I think this is where everything ends on the map. I'll be right back. I want to walk down further down this street. Looks like there might be more stuff to see and do. So well, we'll have one more check-in before I kill off this portion of the vid. Alright, be back in a moment. And this is the last part of the video. I was correct in thinking, after looking at the map, that the area just now was the last part of the Bukchon Hanok Village walking tour. And now I'm in this like quaint little area. It's actually really nice here. I'm standing in front of like one of the nicest Baskin Robbins like 31 flavors ice cream that I've ever seen. It's built in that like Hanok style, which is really awesome. There's a ton of restaurants, ton of cafes. I think I'll go ahead and get lunch here and then go over to the market and maybe just grab like some little snacks, knickknacks and stuff like that, rather than sitting down for an actual meal. If that doesn't work, then I mean I'll try to figure out what when I can go back. So anyhow, it's been an awesome morning walking around here. Time to go get some food. See you in the next vid.